The seed sown by the Highland Society of London's first Peeper competition in 1781 slowly bore fruit. They held a competition every year until 1826, then every 3 years, as by then competitions were beginning to sprite up all over Scotland. Big ones as at Oban in Inverness, or small ones like here at Glenfinnan. Most of these competitions took place as part of a Highland Games. Seumas MacNeill, principal of the College of Piping in Glasgow.
At one time, the Highland Games circuit was tremendously important to the competing piper. It gave him a chance to improve his standard of playing, and it also added considerably to his financial income. Because even today in the smallest games, the best prize that's awarded is first for Peeber. Nowadays, however, the prizes are comparatively less and the expenses are considerably higher. So there isn't quite the same demand from the top pipers to do this kind of thing. Although the tradition continues, and a lot of young pipers, especially those from overseas, follow the circuit and get involved in what is one of the best things of it, the camaraderie of the competing piper. They join what is generally called the Highland Mafia. The best and top pipers have started going abroad because there's more finance to be gained by going over to North America and teaching schools, and they go during July and August, which is of course the game season. It's also the wet season in Scotland, it seems to be, and so at Highland Games you get very few hot sunny days and a great many wet rainy ones. And this makes things very difficult for the competing piper.
Everybody accepted that if you went to Glenfinnan in August, then 29 days out of 31 were going to be wet. But ours is an outdoor instrument. It's all very masculine and macho, and you know, the kilt and the heather and all that, and you're out there playing against the breeze and calling the can to battle or lamenting the chief or something. Days before the games became so commercialised, then these small outdoor competitions like Arisaig, Glenfinnan were tremendous occasions, great fun to go to and great fun to judge.
Yes, Ed. What's it? Okay, 3 tunes. John McDonald of Glencoe, Bill McLean's Farewell to Oban, and this is John McCall.
Competing on a wet day is misery for a piper. His hands are wet and cold and tend to slip over the chanter, and so he never gets the satisfaction of playing up to the standard that he can. If he faces into the wind, then the fingers become even colder. If he turns his back on the wind, then the rain tends to go down the drones and eventually stop his reeds. Standard of playing goes away down, and many of the older pipers decide just to stay at home on a day like this.
Though most pipers will insist that prestige and self-fulfillment are the important factors for them when deciding to enter this competition or that, they have their views about prize money. The president of the Competing Pipers Association is Malcolm McRae, an Australian now settled in Scotland and a successful competitor himself.
I think the general feeling in relation to the level of prizes is to the effect that the principal competitions pay good prize money. We haven't actively sought to represent to promoters that they should pay higher prize money. There's a feeling, I think, that around the Highland Games circuit, the prize money is abysmally low in many respects. The prize money at the principal indoor competitions is, I think, generally regarded as quite acceptable, quite good.